Hey guys, what's up? This is Sonic Dolphin once again, and we are gonna get started on the Dark Story with Shadow, Dr. Eggman, and Rouge. This will be a slightly shorter session because the Dark Story is slightly shorter with a few less levels, but I think about the same amount of boss fights, so let's not waste any more time, let's get started. Once again, I am not doing any cutscenes. I'm just skipping everything because it's my game, dang it, I can do what I want with it. Alright, and we start off with a mech shooting level. I wonder if that's an omen. Alright. From what I can tell you, the Dark Story is slightly, very slightly, but noticeably, harder than the Hero Story. Because you notice, like, the first level we get with Shadow is going to be pretty treacherous. It's gonna be taking place in a Mission Street setting. You know, all the bombs coming down on us. Of course, we're playing as Shadow, so it's a lot easier. But it's just kind of like you can definitely notice that the stages are meant to be a little harder. Maybe not that much harder, just to be fair, because they realize that people could. They are both unlocked from the start, so people could, you know, start them, but, what can you do? Of course, there are upgrades in this game. Some upgrades cannot be gotten on your way through the story. They must be done on the outside. Don't worry, there are plenty of videos out there, but just to be nice, these crates over there is a laser upgrade. You will have to backtrack because you don't get the bazooka until later. Yes, I know, I have breached your sector. Now shut up. What else is new? Man, I have just wrecking souls. I don't know why, but I feel like Eggman controls better than Tails. I mean, I know that's stupid. They're both programmed the same way, but I don't know, he just feels better. Maybe it's just me. Maybe, it's probably just me. Yeah, go ahead. Switch to emergency defense mode, like it's gonna do anything. I'm still coming! Oh no! Whatever shall I do when there's a rocket right behind me that I can activate without even getting out of my chair? Yeah, what now, suckers?
Yosh!
I think I might end this part off on Radical Highway. I think that might be a good place to go.
Now you know why I am the best.
Nah, not really. Shadow is. Let's keep moving on. I would have Shadow as my background on my YouTube channel, but the thing is, there's no good images online that I could use for the channel art, and there's not, and I don't really like using him as an icon when my name is Sonic Dolphin 117. So. Shadow, unfortunately, never gets a bounce bracelet, so I'm gonna have to do this legitimately. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Dang, Shadow. Does it hurt that much? Oh. This boss fight is also slightly harder because he has that move. The previous boss did not have that. It is a giant homing laser. I don't think it's instant kill. Something is telling me that it is, but I don't think it is. Jump, bang, just use the boxes to get him. He will eventually land, so even if he destroys all the boxes, you can still hit him. But it still makes the fight go a hell of a lot faster if you just get on the box and bop him.
Pathetic humans.
And then you see Eggman's open mouth, and you're like, wait, what have I accomplished? Alright, let's go to Dry Lagoon. This mission is pretty nice. I think I like the music here. The gimmick with this level is that there's a turtle, and you pretty much always have to free the turtle, because that transports you to the other half of the stage. So you just gotta get that guy out of his little prison that those poor gun robots put him in. I guess they put him in that position because he's such a big turtle. Yeah. Anyway, playing with the Rouge, Dry Lagoon, all that fancy stuff. Now let's see, is something over here? Oh, by the way, there's a little Easter egg here. For some reason. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why that happens. There's like an Easter egg where you dig into that mouth, it just shoots you out. I have no idea why it does that. But like I mentioned earlier, the turtle is the main gimmick. Go back to it and it'll transport you to the other area. I have no idea how it does that because there doesn't seem to be any openings, but whatever. It's nice, I suppose. I don't really need to explain the story of this game. Everyone's heard of it millions of times. I mean, if you want to look up the story, just go right ahead. I mean, I'm not going to waste your time talking about the story when everyone pretty much knows about it. Oh, how lucky is it when you finally, when the next emerald piece that you're looking for is right where you found the other one? Well, not right where you found it, but like around the vicinity. Yeah, it's over near this. Oh, it's on top. I saw it. Don't worry, viewers. I did see it. This should be high enough. There we go. Oh! Why did I miss it? Just grab it, man. I don't want to listen to Omo Chow.
Travel from this oasis to the other.
I don't know why they call it Dry Oasis, because it's clearly not dry.
Like me?
It's more wet than Wild Canyon. Sand Ocean. Ah, God, I don't like this stage. Luckily, I do have the hover boots, which makes the stage a lot more comfortable. But without the hover boots on your first run through, it's gonna be a little bit tiresome and kind of boring. I can speed run this thing though, since I have my hover boots. I was going to save this game into my birthday because, you know, it's my favorite game. But my birthday is coming later, like a lot later, like mid-next year. So I figure I'm just gonna do it now, because that's a good introduction to my channel, letting you guys know what my favorite game is, my opinions on it, and so on. And again, I like all three gameplay styles. I definitely like the treasure hunting and the speed one a lot more than the mech one. I do like the speed one a lot more than the treasure hunting one. And if I ever come back to this game, yeah, I probably won't play. Whenever I come back to this game, I'll usually play like almost all the speed levels, with the exception of Pyramid Cave and maybe Crazy Gadget. I'll replay, but I'll only replay like one mech stage or one treasure hunting stage, just because they're not nearly as fun, you know? And we haven't even gotten to the worst of each stage yet. We have gotten to the worst of the mech stages. And we have gotten to the worst of the speed stages, but we still haven't gotten to the worst of the treasure hunting stages. It's the one stage that everyone will not shut the hell up about, because, yeah, it's that bad. Although I still think Death Chamber is worse. In fact, wow, we did reach all the worst ones in the hero story. Huh. Funny. I forgot to show off the Mystic Melody. Basically, on the first spinning wheel, just hover to the left. You'll need the hover boots. Hover to the left, and the Mystic Melody's on an island over there. See that? See how I just like rub my nose against the wall and then drop? I hate that. And yeah, stage not very interesting. Hi, little purple parrot thing. Eh. I think the mic stuff has been fixed for you guys, so comment if you think it could be better, but I've got it. I listen to all the videos before I upload them, so I try to make sure they're as effective and as high quality as possible. 1080p, 60 frames per second for the win. For those of you who are wondering what program or what device I'm using to record this stuff, I am using the Elgato HD60, which I got as a Hanukkah gift. Very good, very easy to set up, and yeah.
Yosh.
Indeed, Dr. Eggman, Yosh. We're gonna end off this this little part with the Shadow stage, which is one of my favorite speed stages. And Shadow is actually my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog character. I know I'm not one of those rabid Shadow fans. I'm not rabid in general. Like, I think the Sonic fan base is definitely a very rabid bunch who just can't seem to agree on anything, who just get really angry about games that aren't even out yet, and yeah, it's just I'm gonna go the Flame Ring pathway. See, if you go this way, you actually get the Flame Ring over there. You get the Flame Ring power up there. You have to break the steel crates. In a Sonic story, you had to get it for Crazy Gadget, but in this one, you don't. This is one of the more memorable stages of the game. I think it's very fun. It's also the best multiplayer stage, in my opinion, and that gets into another conversation with multiplayer. This game has, inarguably, in my opinion, the best, like, I think it's inarguable because it just has so much to it, the best Sonic the Hedgehog multiplayer. Granted, that's not saying much because the only one that's ever competed with it is Sonic Heroes. This multiplayer has access to 4 characters for each gameplay style. There are 3 different gameplay styles. The Amex Shooting, which is pretty much a fight to the death, another war of attrition that you can make with your friend. Which is you can do the Sonic and Shadow races, where you race to the finish, or you can do treasure hunting with Knuckles and Rouge to find the emerald pieces, to find 2 out of 3 emerald pieces before your friend does. It's very fun stuff, and yes, I did not just die there. For some reason, you float. You also can play, if you have the battle version, you get these guys from the start. You can also play Metal Sonic and Amy in the Sonic and Shadow races, Tikal and Chaos Zero in the Knuckles and Rouge treasure hunting, and the regular Chow and Dark Chow in the Tails and Eggman shoot 'em up war, who have their own abilities. In the multiplayer, whenever you get 20 rings, you will get a new power depending on how many rings you have. At 20 you get something, at 40 you get something, and at 60 you get something, and then it loops. For example, with Sonic and Shadow, if you get 20 rings, you get a temporary speed increase. If you get 40 rings, you get an attack, very similar to the Chaos Spear you saw with Shadow earlier in the last part. However, it's unavoidable. You literally the opponent will always get hit by it. There's nothing they can do about it. And the 60 ring will create a Chaos Control time stop, and this applies to all the modes. It's a Chaos. Applies to treasure hunting as well. It's a Chaos Control time stop where the opponent cannot move for a certain amount of time. Usually it's 5 to 20 seconds. I've even seen 30 a few times, but that's rare. I think it all depends on how far away you are from the opponent. And then it loops from there. And I think it's really cool. The other characters, like Metal Sonic and Amy for Speed Section, have different types of abilities. Amy does not run as fast or jump as high as Sonic and Shadow, and she cannot do the Lightspeed Dash or Spin Dash. However, she does have access to getting her special moves in 10 rings less. Every 10 rings, she gets a power-up, and that can be broken. Anyway, guys, that's it for part 1. Stay tuned. part
This
2.
is Rouge. I've located Eggman's base and will proceed to enter it now. I hate to say it. I guess I'm gonna have to do my job.